Imagine you're alone. No one is home. No cameras, no windows, no footsteps. You finally start acting like yourself. Maybe you sing terribly. Maybe you dance for absolutely no reason. Maybe you talk to yourself. Then you hear a tiny click behind you. You turn around, a camera, just sitting there, not moving, not speaking, just watching. Instantly, everything changes. Your smile disappears, your movements become smaller. You suddenly become aware of your hands, your face, your posture. Why? The camera didn't touch you. It didn't judge you. It didn't even blink. So why does simply feeling watched make your brain behave like you're in danger? And here's the stranger part. This feeling existed long before cameras were ever invented. For thousands of years, being watched usually meant one thing. Someone wanted something. Maybe they wanted your food, maybe your territory, maybe your life. Out in the wild, eyes meant attention, and attention could become action. Imagine drinking from a river. You look up. A wolf isn't running, it's just staring. That's enough. Your body already knows what comes next. Being watched was rarely random. It was information, powerful information. Your ancestors didn't survive because they ignored eyes. They survived because they reacted before anything happened. That ancient alarm system never disappeared. It simply found new things to fear. Today, the wolf might be gone, but the feeling isn't. And that's where things become surprisingly weird. Quick question. If no one could ever see your internet history, would you browse exactly the same way? Be honest. Scientists noticed something fascinating. People don't need to actually be watched. They only need to believe they might be. In one experiment, researchers placed a simple picture of human eyes above an honesty box where people paid for coffee. Nothing else changed. No cameras, no guards, just printed eyes. People suddenly became much more honest. A pair of fake eyes changed real behavior. How? Your brain isn't asking whether the eyes are real, it's asking something much older. What if someone knows? That tiny possibility is enough. It's almost like your brain keeps a second version of yourself, one for being alone, one for being observed. And those two people don't always behave the same. Here's something funny. Think about walking normally. Easy. Now imagine someone says, "Walk naturally." Suddenly, you've forgotten how legs work. Congratulations, you've manually controlling an automatic system, and somehow you've become worse at walking. Being watched does something similar. It pulls automatic behaviors into conscious control. That's when things start breaking. Athletes know this feeling. Musicians know it. Actors know it. Even experienced public speakers know it. You practice something hundreds of times, perfectly. Then an audience appears. Suddenly your hands shake, your memory disappears. Simple tasks become complicated. Psychologists even have a name for part of this effect, the spotlight effect. We constantly overestimate how much other people notice us. You think everyone saw your awkward stumble. In reality, most people were busy worrying about themselves, but your brain doesn't believe that. It acts as if every eye is locked onto you, because long ago, sometimes they actually were. Here's another question. Have you ever typed a message, then deleted it just because someone was standing behind you? Nothing illegal, nothing embarrassing, yet suddenly it felt private. Why?
Privacy isn't just about hiding secrets, it's about having room to experiment. Imagine learning to dance while thousands of strangers judge every step. You'd improve much slower. Humans need invisible moments. Those moments let us fail safely, try weird ideas, practice conversations, imagine impossible futures. Without privacy, curiosity shrinks. Even children behave differently when they know adults are constantly watching. Play becomes more careful, less spontaneous. The brain quietly asks, "Is this acceptable?" instead of, "What happens if I try this?" That single shift changes creativity itself. But here's the twist. Humans don't actually hate being watched. Not always. We chase it. Millions post videos every day. People dream of going viral. Actors crave audiences. Athletes love packed stadiums. So what changed? The difference isn't attention, it's control. When you choose to be seen, your brain feels prepared. You decide when to step onto the stage. When you don't choose, everything feels different. Imagine someone silently following you through a supermarket, never speaking, never leaving, just watching. Now imagine the exact same number of people watching you perform on stage after you volunteered. Same eyes, completely different feeling. Control changes everything. Our brains care less about observation and far more about who controls it. That's why unexpected surveillance feels so uncomfortable. It steals something invisible, the ability to choose when you're vulnerable. Funny thought, if pigeons secretly held meetings about humans, you'd probably walk differently too.
Now zoom out. For almost all of human history, communities were small. Your reputation wasn't just social, it was survival. If people stopped trusting you, you could lose allies, food, protection, even a future family. Every interaction mattered. Your brain evolved to constantly calculate, what do they think of me? That calculation helped tiny tribes survive. Today, the same software operates inside cities of millions, inside classrooms, offices, shopping malls, social media, and yes, behind tiny black circles sitting above our laptop screens. The technology changed, your brain didn't. So why the humans hate being watched? Because deep inside, your mind still treats attention as something powerful. A stare once predicted danger. A reputation once decided survival, and privacy gave us the freedom to become who we are before anyone else could decide for us. The next time you suddenly become awkward because you notice a camera or someone quietly looking your way, remember, you're not malfunctioning. You're carrying an ancient survival system built for a world where every pair of eyes could change your future. And perhaps the strangest part of all, the oldest predator your brain still fears, isn't teeth, it's attention.